Steve McDowell leading the haka, and big Norm Hadley in the second row for Canada. Massive 6 feet 8.5. Up there taking it front on.
19. New Zealand as we take.
With the throw-in, Sean Fitzpatrick. Father had 3 caps for the All Blacks back in the 1950s. And again, the Canadians trying to get that drive on. See which way the scrum goes, and it goes to Canada. The opposite number gives a transfer from the free kick to the penalty. Places it to the corner, and it's marked by Zinzanbrook. Situation really was good possession for them when they looked like losing the ball. That's sliced. And Rees again puts it high. Oh, and a mistake in the centre from Craig Innes. The Canadians driving past. Tynan going through. Puts it out to Van den Brink. And again, those big Canadian forwards driving. Tynan going again, but held.
Tremendously good play by the Canadians. Superb body positions in the forwards, driving forward, mostly taking the right option. I thought the scrum half could have cleared that last one, would have done more chance of a try.
So Canada with a scrum just 2 meters from the All Black line. Again, that anchored. But a knock on by Tynan. Upton. Basham feeds again. And Fox, not a very good kick from him. But picked up. And, well, a try. A lucky one, in a way, for John Timu. But a try it is. The wet conditions there. Henderson making the pass. And then the tackler going straight past him. He was able to regain his feet without ever having been tackled and dive in at the corner.
This must be fair, the build-up was good. Grant Fox realised he can't move the ball out too much in this weather. So instead of moving it down the line like the last time, he's put a high kick up. The All Blacks have taken advantage. A little bit of luck there, I agree, but the try was well worked out by Grant Fox, and I think it was a good score for New Zealand.
Oh, and that's a superb kick. Great kick. World record with 8 penalties in the summer. Strikes that one, but it's just short, on target, but dropping underneath the bar. Rees appearing outside the outside centre. And the only thing that Fox can... A real bomb. That one is coming down with snow on it. Tynan gets in there, but he can only touch down over his own line. A 5-metre scrum. Big push now. Straight through. No problems at all. Bernie McKyle with his first try for New Zealand. Streaking through, a lovely move, beautifully executed. And David bearing out exactly what you said, it is possible to handle.
Absolutely, a great move, and I hope we'll see it coming up in a minute. The important thing about this is the scrum half takes the players to the right, the number 8 feeds the inside centre, running on an angle which takes them close to the scrum, outside the flanker on the right-hand side of the Canadian scrum, and through the gap. Good try.
Another tremendous kick. It can't be easy out there, because when he plants the left foot, there must be a great danger of it sliding away. We had a parachute display just before the kickoff, and none of the parachuters managed to stay on their feet, causing uproar amongst the crowd.
Grant Fox to stay on his feet, and he's kicking out of his hand, and his kicking from the ground is just superb. Again, another example, really. It's not just a case of kicking the ball, it's the quality of the kicking. And Fox just looks up, saw the big space at the back of the Canadian defence, and put a beautiful chip in.
Fox again. Good strike yet again, another one over. And this is what Canada have got to do, is to rediscover that drive. Now they're getting in behind, and once again they've got the All Blacks going backwards. Great cheer from the crowd. Now they're in problems though. A bit pedestrian in the centre. But they've emerged with it. McKinnon driving away again. And Rees decides to go for position. He gets Timu right into the corner, but Kerwin's back there. A better angle. A penalty to Canada, because the law says the tackled man and the tackler have to get back on their feet. And Zinzan Brook here, the tackler, as you can see, gets involved, trying to play the ball on the floor.
One thing that is concerning me.
Yes, it's good. And that was important for them. They had to get something out of this first half, David.
Absolutely.
Almost through the first line of cover. Bishop seized on as soon as he gets a hand on the ball, but suddenly coming clear, Craig Innes. McDowell, and the ball knocked back by a Canadian hand. And tremendous pace of his, looking for space through the middle. Brook and Jones, Alan Wetton, but a Canadian hand gets in on it. Now the big forwards try and get in. McKinnon trying to tidy things up. Drive through again, Timu running off Innes. McDowell not knowing which way to go, but they've got men there. Hitting it wide to Tuingamalo. Oh, almost an incredible take there from Scott Stewart, but at least he got... And Zinzan Brook in under the post with the perfect set move.
Excellent move. We'll see it coming up in a moment. The ball cleared from the scrum again, close to the scrum. No long passes involved, which is important. We missed it there, but the fly half doubles around the inside centre, and then the number 8 takes the ball on the inside from the fly half. Here it comes again now. One short pass involved. Sorry, it's the scrum half running inside to the inside centre, and then the double scissors with Zinzan Brook off the back of the scrum.
Right, the try for Zinzan Brook, and the conversion inevitably by Grant Fox, 21-3. And that was Wyatt coming in bravely. And the important thing he did was stop the All Black charge, but they're still under enormous pressure. But they did get control of the ball and manage to find a touch on play to come from the other side. Little tap through, it's too far. Good catch there from the Canadians, and trying to work it away now. Spears driving away, that's what the Canadian forwards love, where they can drive on. A little kick back to the blind side. Kerwin is there for it though. Now, did he take it in front of the line? 5 meters. Fred Howard saying you took it just in front of the try line.
Yes, but again, bad use of the ball really by the Canadian halfbacks. It was a poor kick. The forwards did really well there. They were going forward. He should have given it out to the backs.
Now they're going to try and drive with the second pitch. They've got the weight on the All Blacks. The referee telling them to keep the scrum up. Now, has it slewed too much? And Another put in to the Canadians.
It's a very difficult situation for loose forwards to be in. They need to be on the scrum to push, but at the same time, if they're not ready or indeed off the scrum, they can be run around this close to the line.
Well, he got it away to Rees, but the outside half doing very well to hold that up. And they've got it again. Rees again, back inside. Ball going to floor, that's a wild pass. There was a knock forward, says the referee. Comes back the Canadian side, but again it was a poor tap. Put them under pressure. Bashop with nowhere to go. Steve Gray under it. And he'll be thrilled about that one. One of the great try scorers in international rugby of all time, but he'd slipped to fourth in the all-time scoring list behind Rory Underwood. Had only had one in the previous 9 internationals, but they're getting that 15-stone frame driving through. And thank goodness he got down that quickly, David Kirk, otherwise he'd have been over the dead ball line.
Absolutely. You see Graham Bashop running here, throwing a nice pass. John Kirwan uses his left hand to fend very well. Number 11's got to stay out to mark his man, and he's through the gap. And as you say, he puts it down quickly.
Short. Again, he was on target. Control this one, they can. Picked up by the prop. Rolled back. They didn't really want it rolled back. Now if they can get the drive on. Standing off, it's Eddie Evans, the loose head prop, but they need to get in there and drive, or the All Blacks are going to come away with the ball. Now they've got it moving forward again. Hitting that ball really hard. It's back there. And the scrum half has gone in, a lovely dummy. And that will have made everybody's day in the Canadian camp. The game might be beyond them, but at least they've scored against the great All Blacks.
It's a very good try, a very popular try. The forwards worked very hard, kept the ball under control, didn't risk a long pass. Here it came, a dummy stop, there's the gap, and a dive. Great try for Canada.
What a great moment for Chris Tynan. Little scrum half, calling his forwards in. He needs them. But when the glory's there, he'll take it. Typical scrum half, John.
With the conversion, no, hit the far post.
I think New Zealand have really allowed the game to lose a bit of shape. They've got to win the ball consistently from lineouts and go back to playing the organised percentage game they played in the first half. That is to have Grant Fox kick and to use the loose forwards running from Morsey.
Henderson, the flanker, forced to kick. Good gather by Wyatt. But they're under enormous pressure now. Yet again, they come up with the ball. No way through there. And again, remarkable defense from Canada, but Fox punishing the kick that didn't find touch. Tuigamala powering his way through, 15 stone. Oh, and that's a horribly hanging kick. Gray under his own posts. And an injury there to one of the All Blacks. I can't see who. He went into the post. Ball to have. Woods bumping off New Zealand. And a penalty to the Canadians. Woods ruining his own work. He had a good break himself. trying desperately to find a way through. McKinnon, and it's broken up into fisticuffs. Zinzambrook going bananas in the middle of the field. The man in trouble on the Canadian side is definitely the Canadian hooker, David Spears. A final caution given to the Canadian hooker, and I can add in, because I could hear Owen Doyle, that he has told the referee that it must be a final caution, that he's a very lucky man to stay on. So, the All Blacks get back to the real business. Let's have some rugby again. Kerwin, and that was a late tackle too. The referee's seen it, but he's playing the advantage. And John Timu. And he's given the try. It's a very clever dive in from Timu. The weather's so wet that he knew by diving early he'd make the tackle impossible, and yet he'd still make the corner.
Good run from Graham Bishop to begin it. Carried on by Craig Innes. Running all the way, looking to draw the man. Draws him perfectly, gives it to John Timu. And as John has said, sprinting down the touchline, 2 defenders coming. He knows he can make it if he slides, and as long as he doesn't make a second move, it's a fair try. So he dives early and slides over the line. Very intelligent play.
This was a great try. Started in the All Black half. Good handling in terrible conditions. And John Timu here, extremely intelligent play. He knows he's about to get hit. He knows he's near the touchline. So he uses the weather, does what the parachutists did at the start of the game, slides in, and a great try.
Well, the crowd don't like it at all, but there was nothing illegal about that. And just with 35 minutes gone, Craig Fox has the chance to take the score over the 30 mark. Grant Fox, no short again.
Well, I hope that act as a spur for New Zealand in these last 5 minutes to up the tempo and play with a sort of urgency and continuity that I'd like to see them do. I think they've just lost.
Haven't got too many people left there. Innes, the big man, Hadley, but they've lost their drive. Can they find it again? Yes, a good little chip through from Stewart, and a penalty for offside. In front of the post almost against the All Blacks. Still on his feet. Lays it back beautifully this time. Rees, and steaming towards the line, he's there. The number 8, sorry, it's the number 5. Norm Hadley. No, it's not. It is number 6, Al Sharon. The wing forward, getting in there for the Canadian second try. Here he is. Just stretching out over the line.
And if anybody deserved to score for Canada, it's one of their back row trio who have been all over the pitch and given every ounce for the Canadian team today. And listen to the crowd. I think they've convinced themselves it's French-Canadian.
Well, without... Rees takes over the kicking duties and makes the conversion. At the same time, Fred Howard whistles for the end of the match. A tremendous contest. The All Blacks always in control. Were always going to win after starting so well. But a great performance from the Canadians. The result, 29.